Hi, I'm Pastor David, and over the last few videos, I've been talking a little bit about who we are at Declaration Church and our values. It's been a great time sharing with you who we are as a church and the things that really shape who we are and what we do. We've talked about identity and how important it is to know who we are as well as who God is in determining our place in the world, and how, in order to have authentic and true, intimate relationships with others, we need to know who we are. But that through that relationship with others and through the relationship we have with God, we learn more about who we are, who God is, and how we should be interacting and living in the world. And so today I want to talk about our third value, our value of purpose. Purpose is found in our lives through identity and relationship, the partnership that they share. If you think about it, identity, relationship, and purpose are really very similar to like a DNA double helix. On one side, we have a strand that's twirling around, and that's identity. On the other, opposite side, we have relationship. And together, they connect with purpose in between. Our purpose is found through discovering who we are. Our purpose in life, our reason for existing, is found in our identity and in our relationship, through our relationship with God and with other people. I'm reminded that nothing really is of any value at all outside of its intended purpose. I can have one of the most amazing cars in the entire world sitting in my garage, but unless I'm actually using it, unless I'm actually driving it around town, it really has no great value to me. And I won't get any benefit from it. I'm reminded of a story I once heard from a missionary, and he told me about some friends of his that he had worked with that were working with a village of people, and before they left to go back to the United States, they bought the village a beautiful SUV that would allow them to get from their village into the cities, over to the rivers, hauling water, getting all of these things, making life easier for the people who lived in the village. And they presented it to him. Everybody was excited. They celebrated. And then the missionaries left. And after a few years, they went back to visit to see how things were going in the village where they had worked so long, and in the village where they had gifted this amazing gift of a beautiful new SUV. And when they arrived, they noticed that around the SUV, all of the grass and everything had grown up around it. It hadn't moved from the spot they parked it. The tires were flat. It was no longer really the beautiful piece of equipment that they had left behind. And what they found out is that while this was celebrated while they were there, and while it would have been useful, it actually didn't benefit the people because they never put it to use. And you and I are a lot the same way. When we're living outside of our purpose, when we're just trying to make ends meet, when we're just operating according to our daily norms and we don't know who we are, we don't know why we're here, we really feel as though, a lot of times, at least for me, stuck. We feel like we really don't have a value, that we really don't matter that much. You see that depicted in like It's a Wonderful Life and in other movies and throughout our world and reality today. Suicide rates are high, I think partially because of that same reason. People wonder, what value do I have? Why am I here? What's the purpose of life? We find our purpose, each individually, through knowing who we are, knowing who God is, that we are created in His image for a purpose. And we find out who we are and why we're here through relationship with other people, through that authentic, intimate relationship with others that allows us to understand better who God is and really to refine an understanding of who we are, because our purpose will flow out of that identity. I know when I was searching for my purpose, when I was trying to figure out who I was, when I started to understand the idea of who I am and that my purpose would flow out of that understanding, my purpose began to take shape. And that's how I ended up in this position, starting this new piece, this new expression of church. And We're calling it declaration. It's a declaration to the world. The way that we're going to operate, the way that we're functioning, is a declaration to the world that you have a purpose, you matter, you have value, not just to God, to other people, and to the world, because you represent God in a unique way, and the world needs to see him in you. So maybe you've been a part of church before. Maybe you have never been in church, don't understand what it's all about, don't understand this God thing. Maybe you're completely disinterested. Maybe you've been to church once or twice and it just never caught your attention. I want to invite you to try something different. I want to invite you to connect with us at Declaration, where identity, relationship, and purpose form everything that we do, inform all the decisions we make, because they're at the heart of who we are. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If so, go ahead and give it a like, a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to post some things that hopefully will be a benefit to you. Until then, I'm Pastor David, and I'm out.